Look at us,
DK,
small,
I love to sing more than anything.
heart of gold, a wish come true.
I have this dream. Oh, maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream.
We're breaking through, down to the core. No stopping us, not anymore. Get him, DK! Inside the door, I found the key.
Join the powerful Donkey Kong and the talented singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet Core.
My own special power?
DK!
That was certainly one heck of an adventure. But what's going on, guys? Alolan Dolan here. And this morning, we finally got a bigger look at the Donkey Kong Bananza game through a Nintendo Direct. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I remember when they first showed this game off, and I was optimistic. I was like, we get a brand new Donkey Kong, and by the look of it, it looked straight from the Super Mario Odyssey devs, so I know it was probably going to be a good game, but I'm not going to lie, I was not expecting to really vibe with this game as much as I did. So, as you can see, it's about to happen. Donkey Kong Bonanza introduced that tiny Voidco rock, and after Donkey Kong beats on his chest and does some cool music, it's revealed that the rock is none other than a child version of Pauline. And I would have been a lot more surprised if this wasn't leaked like a month ago and it popped up on my timeline, so thanks a lot for that. I hate leaks so much. Nevertheless, it's still a very interesting gameplay quirk, but I was talking about this a lot today to my friends at work. The reason I like Nintendo so much, as I'm going to allude to a lot in this video, I've called them the Disney of video games. They're the Disney of gaming companies, because although they make weird decisions like Disney has done in the past, in terms of like the higher ups and things of that nature nowadays, and the Switch 2's life cycle and lead up has definitely garnered a lot of controversy. There's not a single other dev that makes anything like Nintendo. It's the buzzword I use all the time from my last video when I was doing the best Switch games list. It's charm. Most games always strive for realistic graphical fidelity, which, don't get me wrong, is important nowadays, and there are good games that look fantastic, like Ghost of Tsushima and God of War and things like that. And it also is no secret that Nintendo isn't going to be up there with the photorealistic graphic games, but all of them have that cartoony art style that is also just very appealing in a sea of games trying to be realistic looking. That's why games like Minecraft, Undertale, Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley, it's why those games that's a part of the reason why the games are so popular, is because it's a little bit of uniqueness in a sea of kind of just the same old things that everyone's trying to do. But nevertheless, let's get on to it. So as I said, this is a 3D platforming Donkey Kong, the likes of which we haven't seen since Donkey Kong 64. And it is a giant beat 'em up where everything is going to be, pretty much everything is destructible, and it leads to a ton of secrets, pathways to open. Donkey Kong, the movement looks incredible, and things of that nature. It just looks great. He has so many moves: dive punching, he can rip the terrain apart, he can roll, he can surf on rocks he pulls out of the ground, he can use the rocks to beat terrain that way. It's a giant parkour jungle gym, and it's going to be so fun doing speed runs and trying to find different ways to traverse the land. I think it's going to be really really great. It's also neat that the hand slap has sonar, so you can find secrets better other than just digging all around and tearing the place up. And as you'll see in the menu, and it was shown at the Direct or the Switch 2 presentation treehouse thing, you can reset the terrain as well. So once you get to an area, you don't it's not just destroyed forever. You can reset it, but as well, I'm gonna skip around a bit in this Direct, but I'm just gonna gloss over some of the points that I found. The story is kind of typical Nintendo. There's a company called Void Co, and they have 3 bosses there that are, I don't know if they're trying to dethrone the mining operation and get like their big company to take over everything. But Donkey Kong and Pauline go across, and their goal is to reach the core of the planet they're on. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. You know, it's gonna be a fun time. Another thing that they show off more on his, it's kind of part of his moveset. I'm gonna skip ahead. It's gonna look unprofessional. I don't know what it is. On the trip down, it is revealed that Pauline's singing abilities give her special powers, and gives Donkey Kong these special powers. They're called Bananza powers, and he can transform into different versions of himself. So there's Kong Bananza, which gives him much more powerful punching and destructibility. That's going to be really handy for traversal and everything, shockwaves and everything. We have the Zebra transformation, where he can run super duper fast, even across the surface of the water. And then finally, we have the Ostrich transformation. For some reason, the Ostrich is able to fly, even though it is a flightless bird. Whatever. I guess it's a reference to the Animal Friends. I don't really know much other birds that are around Donkey Kong. I'm not too big on Donkey Kong, to be honest, but it can fly around, glide, and drop egg bombs. So that's going to be interesting. They only last for a short while, but as you can see in a little bit, I think it's where they go over it. First off, that's how you get the abilities, the banana energy, the bananergy, whatever, is there, and then you can reactivate your abilities. And you can also you can change, so you can go from one to another, and then jump off and turn into the ostrich. And then they introduce us to the villains, Grumpy Kong, Void Kong, and Poppy Kong. And then where's the point where we get to, I think it's here, where it talks about the series. You have the challenge runs in the Ancient Ruins, so similar to like the manhole cover in New Donk City for Odyssey, and the secret areas. There's little challenges you can do, whether it be defeating enemies, doing side-scrolling challenges, solving puzzles, and everything like that. Here's the main thing I was thinking about with the abilities and everything. So once you notice he clears this, picks up the banana, and that banana meter at the bottom fills up to 5, and then you can get a skill point. And there's skill points in this game where you can give yourself extra health, higher punching power. You can unlock brand new abilities, it looks like, and collect things easier, have better sonar, I believe is one of them. Yep, there it is, better sonar. And yeah, it's going to be really cool to traverse the area and find all the bananas and max out your skills to really just take control of the game and make it your own. Farther along, we find out more reason to collect the shops. You can collect gold. Gold is used, like I said, for these shops to buy stuff. You can see you get recover from damage from falling over the edge, consume one balloon, press from giant apple almond restores your health if it reaches 0, so things like that. You can also collect fossils. I don't really know what their point is. I guess you can turn it into this shop. Yeah, you can buy clothes, and the clothes even give you upgrades, whether you put them on DK or Pauline. As you can see, this one will increase your swimming speed, extend your Bananza sonar, and you can change the color of his fur, which I think is pretty cool. He can have no pants on, like his usual look. So you can see, you can increase, and someone pointed out in a video I watched earlier from Switch Stop, it says Treasure Tie level 1, Swimming Britches level 1, Lagoon Vest level 1. So it sounds like you can use probably maybe the fossils, perhaps, to upgrade them to get even better benefits. So it's going to be nice to min-max your look and get as an optimal loadout as possible for the area you're in. And then you can also find treasure chests, which lead to maps, which leads you to bananas, I'm pretty sure. And there's the reset terrain, but yeah, like I said, I was going into this thing, okay, we're just gonna see some Bananza and everything, it's gonna be fun. And this game looks just so good. I can't wait to get this game. You can have little hideouts, getaways, music player. Would love if Mario Kart World had a music player, but nevertheless. But yeah, I didn't want to dwell on this too much. Just a quick video. It's late. I got home from work at like 9:30, 9:45. I was just going to record this real quick and head to bed. I'll have this up for people to watch it in the morning. And here's a look at the world map. It looks like there's quite a few layers to do. And you can fast travel to it like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I think this game's going to be incredible. I'm so looking forward to it. Donkey Kong Bananza, it drops the 17th of July, and with my birthday being the 22nd, I know exactly what I'm asking my friends and family for my birthday. So yeah, we'll be getting this game. We'll definitely be streaming it over on Twitch, and the VODs will be here uploaded on YouTube, so be sure to check that out. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you later.